Okay, we're going to look at time, which is a fairly straightforward lesson here. Now, traditionally, time is measured in AM and PM. So we start at 12 midnight. It's always good to write it as midnight. There. Okay, so that's actually basically each 12 o'clock belongs to the bit after it. Okay, so that's actually AM. Then we go through 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, all the way down till we get to 12 midday. I'll get to that in a sec. So all of the morning is classified as AM, which means anti-meridian. Okay, so basically before noon. PM, again, midday technically belongs to the afternoon, so it's counted as post-meridian. And again, we go all the way up till we get back to 12 midnight. So again, everything after that is PM, meaning post-meridian or after noon there. Okay, so that's the traditional way to measure time. It's the way we still measure time at school. But you will have come across 24-hour time. Now, basically, the problem with AM and PM is sometimes you can make a mistake. You don't know whether you're talking about AM or PM. And originally, this became a big problem with the military, because if you're expecting everybody to jump out of the trenches at 6 a.m. and they're expecting to jump out of the trenches at 6 p.m. instead, you can see that's going to cause a few problems. So what they actually did there is they started by calling midnight basically 100 hours. Okay, you notice that there's no semicolon or anything like that in there. Look, it's not a problem if you put it in. Now, all of the morning times basically stay the same up to midday there. The only difference would be, like, if you're sort of in between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m., you just don't have the 12 at the start. So, a time of like 12:03 a.m. is going to be equal to 0003. Okay, so you're not going to start with the 12 there. Now, anything after 1 o'clock becomes 1300. So basically everywhere from like 1 a.m. through till sort of 12:59 p.m. all of those stay the same. So anything in the first hour of the day, you just need to get rid of that 12 and just put a couple of zeros. Anything from 1 p.m. onwards, you just need to add 12 to this first number here. So, like if you've got 8:20 p.m., you're just going to add 12 to that to get 20. You won't put the semicolon, and you'll leave that 20 there. And that goes all the way through till you get 11:59, which is just that becomes 23:59 because we had the 12 hours on there, and then that'll click over to midnight, which again becomes that 4 zeros. Okay, we're converting from 24-hour time to 12-hour time. So 10:20, well, that's just in the morning. That's fine. You're just going to add the semicolon there and make it AM. Okay, 23:35. See, this first two numbers is more than that 1300. So we're going to take away the 12 there. That'll become 11. Again, add the semicolon, leave the minutes alone, and that's going to be after noon there. 0048. That means it's just after midnight. So we need to put the 12 back in there, leave the minutes alone, and just after midnight is AM. Okay, we're going the other way from 12-hour to 24-hour time. So 7:18 a.m. All we do is we get rid of that semicolon and put a 0 at the front. So there should always be 4 figures in 24-hour time. Okay, this time we're after noon, so we need to add 12 to that. So it becomes 14:50. Here we're just after midnight. Okay, so what we need to do is put a 00 there and then leave the minutes alone. And lastly, 12:04 p.m. We're not going to add 12 there. All we're going to do is leave that alone. So basically, remember, anywhere between 1 a.m. and 1 p.m., all of those times will stay the same. You just get rid of the semicolon and any AM or PM. Okay, now we're going to be using the degrees, minutes, seconds button of our calculator to work out differences in time or adding time here. So to work out the time from 8:35 a.m. to 3:10 p.m, firstly we're going to convert the second time into 24-hour time, so that would be 15:10. Now I'm going to write it as 15 degrees 10 minutes. I'm going to minus, and this is going to be 8 hours and 35 minutes. Now I'll just bring the calculator onto screen. Okay, rightio, all good. So we need to go 15 degrees minutes seconds, then do 10 degrees minutes seconds. Then we're going to minus 8 degrees minutes seconds, 35 degrees minutes seconds. Press equals. We've got an answer of 6 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, in example 7, what's the time 7 hours and 40 minutes after 11:52 p.m? So we're going to start with change it to 24-hour time. So that's going to be 23:52. We're going to add 7 hours 40 minutes. Okay, so let's do again on the calculator there. So we're going to go 23 degrees 52 minutes plus 7 degrees 40 minutes. Press equals, so we're going to get 31:32. Okay, so what on earth does that mean? Okay, what on earth does that mean? So if we take 24 away from that, we're going to get 7 hours and 32 minutes. So that's going to be AM the next day. So just go through that again. We changed that to 24-hour time. We added the 7 hours and 40 minutes. We got this weird answer here. That just means we've gone into the next day. So if we take off 24 hours, we're going to end up with 7 hours and 32 minutes. In other words, 7:32 a.m. the next day. Okay, we should be able to squeeze in B here. We want to find the time 9 hours and 30 minutes before 7:38 a.m. So we're going to go 7:38. We're going to minus 9 hours and 30 minutes. Again, we're going to get a weird answer because we're going to be going back into the next day. So we're going to go 7:38. We're going to minus 9:30. Okay, so that gives us minus 1:52. Now, what we've got to do here to turn that into the correct time is we've got to add 24. So I suppose what I should have said here, I should have just minused 24 hours. So here we're going to add 24 hours to get it into a proper time. So if we just now go plus 24, we don't need to press the degrees, minutes, seconds. Not then, we do now. So we've got 22:08. So that's 22:08, and that's equal to 10:08 p.m. Okay, we're converting from 24-hour time to 12-hour time. So here we're just in the morning, so that's just going to be 8:45 a.m. You can see all we've done is chopped off the 0, put our semicolon in the middle because it was in the morning. It's 8 a.m. Here we're in the afternoon, so we need to subtract 12 off there to get 5:50. It's afternoon, so that's going to be p.m. Here we've got just after midnight, so it's going to be 12:19. That's going to be a.m., so very early in the morning. And here again, we're just in the ordinary part of the morning, so 11:05 a.m. Okay, we're converting from 12-hour time to 24-hour time. So here we're afternoon, so we need to add 12 hours to that. Again, just get rid of the semicolon, no AM or PM. Here we're just in the morning, so again, just get rid of the semicolon. Here we're almost at midnight here, so we need to add 12 to that to get 23:59. And here we're just after midnight here, so we just get rid of those that 12 and replace them with zeros. Okay, we're finding the difference between each pair of times. Okay, again, I'm just going to use the degrees, minutes, seconds button. Now look, we could convert these to 24-hour time, but because they're both PM, we can just ignore that. We can just enter that as 8, 10, so 8 degrees 10 minutes, minus 6, 15. That's going to give us an hour 55. Okay, here we can just go 12. So basically we're going to enter that as 12 degrees 6 minutes. We're going to minus 11 degrees 16 minutes. Press equals, so we're going to get 50 minutes. Now I won't do the next ones on the screen, but look, this one is just as easy to do in our heads here. Because the number of minutes here is bigger than there, we can just say, well, that's going to be 4 hours and 45 minutes. So don't always jump to the calculator. Sometimes your head will be a lot quicker. Okay, again, this one here, look, you could enter that as 15 hours 20 minutes minus 11 hours 25 minutes. You notice even though that's AM and PM, it's the difference that matters, so you can still just add 12 hours to that one to get it into the next time period. Alternatively, you could say, okay, another 35 minutes from there will get us through to midnight. Add that to the 3 hours and 20 to get the 3 hours and 55 minutes. Okay, here again we do the 13 degrees 10 minutes minus 7 hours 25. So that's going to give us 5 hours and, oh, this is testing me out, 45 minutes, just doing that in my head. Again, add 12 onto this one here to get, actually sorry, no, probably the easiest way, let's go through to midnight, so that's going to be another 3 hours and 40 minutes, and then add the other 8 hours, 15 minutes there. Again, we could have added the 12 hours onto that, but again, it just becomes a bit more problematic there. Actually, we'd need to add 24 hours onto that, so just a pain in the neck. So it's easy to go from here to midnight, and then from midnight to 8:15. Adding them together, we're going to get 11 hours and 55 minutes. But again, alternatively, you could have added 24 to that to make 32 degrees 15 minus 21 degrees 20. That would also have worked. Okay, Minnie's flight lands in Singapore at 9:50 for a stopover. Her next flight leaves for Florida at 19:20. How long does Minnie have in Singapore airport? So we're just going to go there, 19 degrees 20 minus the 9 degrees 50 there. Okay, you can see it's not quite the 10 hours there. So it's going to be half an hour short, so 9 hours and 30. Sorry, I should have written that out as 9 hours and 30 minutes. But again, easiest just to go to your calculator. But again, I just did that in my head there. Okay, so we've got a school that starts at 8:25 a.m. and the day ends at 3:10 p.m. How long is a school day? So converting that to 24-hour time, we'll get 15:10. We're going to subtract the 8:25. Again, just go to your calculator. Well, let's do it again on the screen so you can see it. So it'll just be the 15 degrees 10 minutes minus the 8 degrees 25 minutes. So we're going to get 6 hours and 45 minutes.